Shalom. After a big break, we are back. We participate after Shavuot in Jerusalem. It was a congress of reconciliation between Etz Yehuda and Etz Ephraim. So we was there. So I would like to say a few words about the subject of right now what's happening. It's more pretend. It's like play a game with ourselves, like really there are two sides that sitting there and they are going to do a union. This is not the situation. What can we say about the son, the people that today call themselves the son of Ephraim, Hebrew roots, etc. People that they want to come back to be part of Am Israel, and they pretend to be the son of Ephraim, the 13 tribe. What can we tell to these people? First of all, this was, like we said, exactly after the holiday of Shavuot, and the main story in Shavuot is a story of Ruth that convert to Judaism. Ruth, when she converted to Judaism, she was already, before she converted, she was what you call a ger toshav, a citizen ger. It means half Jew, somebody that performed the 7 commandments of Noah. So when she convert, we can say that she received 606 more commandments. The Jews perform 613 commandments. The not-Jews have to perform 7 commandments. So in the moment they convert completely, they become full Jews, they have to do more 606 commandments, what equal Ruth in the Metia. Ruth equal 606. What is 613? The commandment the Jews perform, minus 7, the commandment that she already performed. What we learn from this is that if you are not Jew, what you really have to do is only 7 commandments. It means if you want to do more, it's something that is completely voluntary. It's not because you are ordered to do it. All right? No Jewish is not ordered to perform the 613 commandments. So this is one basic mistake about all the Christians that think that they want to perform the Torah like Jesus performed it. Of course, Jesus, he was a Jew. Yeshua, he was a Jew. And he talked only to Jewish people. He even said, don't go to the not-Jewish people.
Gentiles.
Don't go to the way of the Shomronim. It means don't go to the Gentile. I came only for the lost sheep of Israel. And so he said to his disciples that they have to perform of course, all the commandments, even what the Proshim and the Sofrim will tell you to do, you have to do, because they are sitting on the throne of Moses. Alright, so Jewish have to perform all the mitzvot, all the commandments, by the way we are taught by the oral Torah, by the Talmud, by our sages, and not Jewish, like Paulo said, they are above this. They are above the Torah. The Torah, what is the Torah? The Torah is a tree of knowledge, good and evil. It means the Torah is a sin, in one way. The Torah is the correction of the sin, and the Torah is a sin. The correction from the sin is the sin himself, like it is written about the leaf of the tree of figs, that they serve Adam and Eve.
The
leaves serve them to cover themselves after the sin. It means they eat the tree, this was the sin, and the sin himself, he fixed it with the clothing. He fixed the sin with the clothing that they put on themselves, because they realize, they open the eyes, they realize that they are naked, and they put leaves. Alright, so we can say that all the learning of the Torah, it's like to putting clothing on our nakedness, that after the sin we realize that we are naked, and then, alright, so the Torah is, in one way we say that, like Paulo said, that the strength of the sin came from the Torah, so it's a responsibility to get into it. So he said to the nation, you don't have to. If you want, you can, but you don't have to. Alright? It's like you don't rush a baby, somebody that is not yet in the edge of mitzvot. You know, the Jews have to start to perform the commandment only in the age of 13. Before this, you don't push him to do commandments that he don't must to do, except if this is part of the education. Right? So basically, to the nation, we can say that the first coming of Jesus is above the Torah. And it's why he don't have the letter Ayin. Yeshu, the way we call it in Hebrew, with not the letter Ayin, is a secret of the first coming, like we explain in different talking with people. And to be united with this concept of before the Torah, you have to be a good person. It's all. Okay, so like Jesus teach. Alright, so, and now, like the prophecy said, in the end of the time, everything that will stay on this world, he will eat butter and honey. Butter and honey, it's like the good and the evil of the tree of knowledge, good and evil. So in the end of the time, everybody in the world will learn Torah. Alright, so it's a process of a Gentile become Jew. It's a process, right? So, and the fact that this process start, it's one of the signs of Mashiach that is close. We see millions of Gentiles that feel that they must to perform all these commandments. Alright, so still we cannot be confused about this. We must to know it is a difference of doing something because you are ordered to doing, or doing something because it's just you're doing voluntary. It is opinion that voluntary is more high, to do something even if I'm not ordered to do it, I still do it. It's in one way more better, or if I'm ordered to do it, I might do it. And it is another opinion that the one that is ordered to do it and you do it is bigger. Because in the moment I'm ordered to do it is the bad inclination that develop anti the commandment to do it. So there are two opinions about this. In this world, right now, before Mashiach coming, the halacha, the decision in our sages is that the one that is ordered to do is the bigger. But in the future already start, the voluntary, the one that do it voluntary, will be bigger, right? Because the bad inclination, it will be much more weak. Alright, so anyway, I think it's a great thing that people that if they already follow the 7 commandments of Noah, voluntarily they try to learn more about the other commandment.
From their own will.
Yeah, you know.
Choice.
But they have to know that they are not ordered to do it. Except if they convert completely, they become Jew. And if they want to do it, I think they should do it the way the Jew do it, the way we have the traditional how to do the thing, and not develop kind of independent agenda that
new traditions.
It's like a new religion that no, I think have to be this way, and we know better, etc. And we are biblical, and we don't believe in the Talmud, etc., etc. Right? So the main thing we have to be, like St. Paulus, we have to be attached to the root of the tree of olive. The root of the tree of olive is a Judaism. Right? It's one tree and it's one root. Start with Avraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, and we must to be connected to this tree. Okay, so one of the way to show a goodwill that we really want to become Jew is to do it properly and not to do it in a kind of home agenda. So this, of course, when somebody come back to the religion, when we start something new, nobody can take everything on himself. When I become religious, I say to myself, well, like this I do, this I don't do, this is too much, all right? So, and slowly, finally, you take more and more commandment until you become like everybody else, you do what everybody do.
No.
So it's a natural development that nobody can receive everything in one day, and in the beginning of any comeback, any change, big change in life, there are confusion and there are a lot of bad inclinations that say no, this is bad, etc. So this is natural, this is normal. Still the direction have to be a lot of, how you say, anava, modesty, about
humbleness
about the brother Yehuda, because really in Am Yisrael, if we talk about Torah learning and commandment, they know better because they learn Torah in Hebrew for many years, right? So they have a tradition, and the Torah can be learned really only in Hebrew, and it's a lot of what to learn there. It's much more deep. Anything, any commandment, it's much more deep of what it seems to be. Right? So this is something general that I can say about these people that feel in their heart that they want to be part of Am Yisrael. Another thing, it is a problem, of course, when we talk about this unity, because they are Christian, they believe in Jesus, and even to talk about Jesus in Judaism, it's completely taboo. So it is a problem. So what they did in this conference, in this 3 day of this congress that they did in Jerusalem, they say the motto of all this happening was, we will be agree that we are not agree.
We'll agree to disagree.
Yes, we have to be agree that we disagree. All right, so it's like really it's very funny. All right, because it is a problem, and the problem is not a small problem.
It's a taboo.
The problem is something very, very basic, you know. People, to make unity between two different kind of people, it have to be some common ground. And here, it is a big problem about Jesus, all right? It's not a common ground. So to pretend that that is no problem, or to say we can't do it even it is a problem, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. We cannot cheat ourselves and think that we can agree of being disagree and talk about peace. It's just funny. All right, so it is a problem.
It's the first stage.
It is a problem, and if we don't put the finger on the problem is not going to be solved. And the problem, the sickness has to be healed. It is a sickness. If I don't know what is a sickness, I'm not going to heal the sickness. If I don't know that a person is sick, so he's not going to heal himself. All right? If it is a problem and I don't put my finger on the problem and say it is a problem and this is the solution, that everybody agree 100% about the solution, it is not going to happen, so all the rest is really, like we said, to pretend that really can happen here something, and really nothing can happen in this process of unity between Am Israel and Christianity. Really, I talk about unity of Am Israel and Christianity. Not only 1 million of people that call themselves Hebrew root, or I don't know how many there are. I talk about unity. Of course, there will be many steps in this unity. It's not going to happen in one day with 2 million people. But I talk basically about unity between what we call the tree of Judah and the tree of Yosef. Etz Yehuda, Etz Yosef. Like in the book of Yechezkel, these two trees have to become one tree, not two trees, one tree. The main thing, what I want to show here is that Etz Yosef, like I said many times, equal Yeshu, Jesus, 360. So Jesus, what we call Etz Yosef, is the 10 tribes. They was lost, most of them they was lost in Europe. So to bring back the 10 tribe, it means to bring back to Am Israel the holy spark that hiding in Christianity. It means the Jewish soul that are lost in Christianity. Okay, we can say that behind any good Christian hiding a good Jew that is from the 10 tribe. Maybe Yehudi is not the hiding in Israel soul. The tree of Yosef. What is the 10 tribe of Israel? So this spark this Christian have to come back somehow to Am Israel. And in the Judaism, it is traditional that they will come back to Am Israel. It is a traditional that Esau, that Edom, it's like a code name for all Christianity, will come back to Am Israel. The pork, the chazir, it means לחזור, it means to come back, the pig. And Esau called pig, and Esau it's become the Edom, Esau, it becomes the spiritual force behind Rome. Rome become Christian. Christianity become all the West world. It means the angel of Edom really lead all the West, all the liberal world. And the oldest part of all this world, what we call the head of Esau, not all Esau, let's say that the body of Esau will stay right now in the nation, but the head of Esau have to come back to Am Israel, and this what will make again Am Israel, a real Am Israel, as like a firstborn, Bni Bchori Israel, my firstborn Israel. Because Israel is Li Rosh. Israel is a letter of I got the head. Alright? I have the head. The head is the angel of Esau. It means the head of Esau. It means the science, the art, the music, the technology. Right? So there are a lot of all his part in what we call Esau, and Esau adapt to himself Yosef, receive Yosef, because Yosef was sold to Egypt. Egypt is like Christianity, and even when we talk about Esau, we talk about Yosef as well. Yosef plus Esau equal Yeshua with all the filling letter of Yeshua. If I write Yeshua, you Shin Vav I equal 532. What is Esau plus Yosef? Yeshua equal Esau 476 plus Yosef 156. What is 532? Okay, so the full potential of Yeshua contained in himself Esau too, like we explained. It means he contained in himself the Caesar too. Different of what he said, give to God what belongs to God, and give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. In the future, when the tree of fig will be ready to eat,
Right.
Like the story about Yeshua, this is that want to eat the tree of fig, and the tree was not ready to eat. So now in the second coming, the tree of fig it will be ready to eat. It means the Torah that will make the connection between